That's
You.
actually the quickest problem solving until now. You know what? I need to
Let's
remove my
go.
glasses. Do you see the blue spot here?
Yeah, is that like your screen or something?
That's when I open something white on my monitor, and because the glasses have some like, I don't know, stuff on them.
Oh yeah, it
Protection.
like reflects back the blue lights. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So we won't need them, I guess. There. Can I read? I can read. Nice. Okay. As I said, I don't know what to do now because usually it takes 15 minutes before I said everything. Now that works, but now it works. Hi.
Suffering from a success.
Suffering from my success, exactly.
Welcome to The Count Show, where we talk about life, YouTube content creation, and of course, Minecraft. Your host, yes, you guessed it, The Count. Each week, we'll chat with creators, share tips, and dive into the world of gaming, building, and the journey behind the screen. Whether you're looking for advice, inspiration, or just a fun conversation, this podcast has something for you. So grab your pickaxe, because Count Show starts now.
Oh, hey, everybody, we have VanTheSloth. Actually, you have another channel too, right? Has the same name in
I
your
do.
Discord. Yeah, Wander. You play other games there. Well, okay.
Yeah,
I will
mostly
let you
Pokemon.
introduce yourself. Who's Van?
Well, I am a person who plays way too much Minecraft, according to my friend. uh, um, Possibly a furry. Who knows? That's the popular theory. I have a tendency to casually be into a lot of things, game design, Minecraft, setting a vibe, sometimes music. I'm kind of just a jack of some trades, master of none.
Yeah, same here. Trying to be jack of all trades, but really master of none. Yeah,
But I mean that in
yeah.
a way that is kind of rewarding because you're kind of just able to switch from thing to thing to thing without ever really, compromising.
Yeah, well, it gives you freedom because you can do a lot. And nowadays, I guess, I mean, the perfection thing is not what it was, right? Because we need more skills today. There is a lot more to do today. It's not like before, right? I mean, people were living like in
To a
new
certain
house.
degree, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually watched a video about like perfection. No, the quality is the quantity. Okay, the quality is important still, but now you need also quantity in even more in YouTube stuff and stuff like that, content creation. So it should be balanced. Like jack of all trades, master of none. It actually is actually what we need, I guess. That's my theory for now. We'll see. I'm still at 200 subscribers and something, so maybe I'm not right. Maybe that's not the way. Well, who knows?
Who knows? I mean, whatever works for you creatively, I think it always takes precedent. But because I mean, if you're like struggling and just not really satisfied with like how your creative process is, then you gotta kind of switch something up. Obviously, otherwise you're
Yes.
just gonna get sick of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
It should be fun, whatever you do.
Absolutely.
Where is the name coming from?
Sorry, I did kind of just sidetrack us completely sideways, but okay, so the Vandrin name came first, and VanTheSloth came about when I found out that the username I had was not available on, I believe it was Steam. So I started using VanTheSloth there.
Why the
But
sloth?
the Vandrin,
Why?
I okay, so I'll talk about the first username first because it's fairly quick.
Huh?
But it started. I think I was in middle school, so it is an old username. But I think I was in chemistry class or something along those lines, and I was just trying to think up of a new username at the time. I saw the element vanadium. I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool word. And then I just kind of ended up remixing that word until I got Mandarin.
Ooh.
Um,
Okay.
I tend to do that a lot with just names in general, especially character names. Whenever I'm playing D&D, I just take an existing word, especially in other languages, and I'll just kind of remix it until I find something that fits the vibe of the character that I want. But as for the sloth part, I believe what ended up happening was that there was like a point in time where I was just kind of switching in between quite a number of Minecraft skins, just for fun, essentially. I didn't really have a central identity at that time. I think there was one time where I was like a magma cube. There was I forget what the other one was, but eventually, for a while, I ended up being a sloth in like MLG glasses and like a suit. I just
Okay.
found it on like Skindex or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And eventually I decided it wasn't quite my vibe, but I wanted to have something people could recognize me by because I was starting to run into the issue of like if somebody saw me in the distance, they wouldn't know if it was me. Because
Okay.
kept switching skins so often. So I decided, okay, I'm just gonna stick to a sloth.
Like an
Um,
identity.
yeah, just like some sort of central thing.
Yeah.
And also at that point, people were kind of just people just kind of associated my personality with a sloth, because especially at that point in time, I was very much the slow and steady type of creative person.
Okay.
Especially when like I was infamous for that when it came to like making and running D&D campaigns. It would always take me like years to make a whole campaign.
I don't
Um,
get that game. I still don't get it.
I mean, I will say it's not for everybody. It is very creatively driven, and you do have to kind of get used to um doing like a cooperative storytelling thing, and also
Yeah.
you have to think about all the numbers, the statistics. It is a lot to take in. There are some systems that are a little bit easier for beginners. Um, but I kind of just decided to stick with that, but instead, I did basically the thing that that a lot of people did back in 2018, and I just kind of took a sloth and put a hoodie on it, just like what something, and then put a hoodie on it.
I mean, something with okay. It doesn't matter what. It's
Uh, be-
yeah, yeah. I'm listening.
it was just I thought it was more laid back at the time.
So like a sloth.
Yeah, sloth
I,
in a hoodie. It seemed to make sense.
okay. You like hoodies?
Yeah, I tend to wear hoodies a
Yeah.
lot.
Alright.
I like I wouldn't say I wear them like outside in the summer, especially since like
Yeah, that
I
could be.
I live in Truck Month Central Texas. Um
Okay. Yeah, well, it's still better. I prefer to live somewhere where it's always warm. To be honest, I know there are like pros and cons, but mm,
I like maybe it's because I've lived somewhere warm my entire life,
mm.
but I don't think I would want to like live somewhere where like it snows like
No, you don't.
5 inches in a day.
No, you don't want.
But
You don't want to. Even if it's just 4 or 5 months, you don't want to. You don't want to. I don't. I don't. That's not
I
my thing.
but just like something like a little more temperate where I like you can actually go outside, and you're not instantly sweating after like 3 minutes, maybe. Sometimes it's just like 1 minute and you're already sweating and you haven't even done anything yet.
Yep. Yep. That was the summer here this year, by the way. But
No, yeah,
now
I've
it's
been
gone.
hearing like that whole area's been getting a lot of heat waves, but
Mm. But to be honest, when I
um
was younger, the weather was completely different. Like the winter was really cold and the summer was really hot. But the feeling was much more balanced. Like winter, when you have really like 20 centimeters snow, it's much more softer. It's not that freezing cold. It's completely another feeling. And now the winter is just ice and really it's really dry and it's really not pleasant. It's not like it was. Everything changed. And even the summer, the sun 40 degrees Celsius before was like very hot, but it wasn't that a problem because the sun wasn't burning like that. It's different. I don't
yeah.
know. The temperatures are the same, but the feeling is different. They've changed. I don't understand the winter. Like I talk with my mom about that very often, and she's like, "But we need that because when it's cold, it kills all the bacteria and everything." I mean, there are people living there without winter, are still there. They're like building mega
Yeah, they're
police and everything. They're
fine.
fine. They're what is I don't buy that. No, 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 never.
I mean,
The
it's always kind of a balance, isn't it? You can't have something that like actually thrives and just like it's constantly two extremes because that's like a desert or something, right? Where it's just like freezing nights, burning days.
I can live with that. I can live with that as long as I have enough. I'm just gonna say it. As long as I have enough beer and nice food, I don't care. I don't- it's nice if it's freezing cold night is fine. I prefer to sleep when it's a little bit colder. To be honest, I sleep better because
Oh yeah,
it's
same.
much better. Even winter, my windows is like a little bit open. The fresh air when you sleep is it's good for you, I guess. Maybe not. Although I had partners in my past, they were like opening the damn window by minus 10 degrees Celsius. So this is, I mean, I don't know if you get the yeah, I don't actually, you know what Celsius is. Yeah, okay. And
I get a rough idea.
yeah, I mean, by 0 degree, the water freezes. Okay. So
Yeah, yeah.
minus 10 and window open. Damn, girl. Like, I couldn't sleep. And most of them are, that's the trick. They just get the blanket, right? And I was just warming one leg. When it's warm enough, I switch to the other one, then one hand, and then the arm, and then the other arm. That wasn't sleeping. That really wasn't sleeping. So, I mean, the balance is important, as you said. Yeah, girls, partners, whatever. What I mean, we are going like through the list as it seems. Why not? About the D&D, all I know about that is from the series The Big Bang Theory. That's all I know.
The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I know. I mean, looked fun. I'm never gonna be able to execute that. Never. Like they were
I
deciding stuff
always
mid play. What? You can't. This is unfair,
I always hear people hearing about it through Stranger Things. I've not heard through Big Bang Theory yet.
right? I know Stranger Things, but I don't remember D&D there.
Apparently that's like towards the beginning and
Oh, maybe.
like coincidentally that's how some things start or so like I don't actually know the premise. I should watch it,
You haven't.
but I have not.
Shoot. So watch it, but think about the fact that you need a lot of free time because this will ruin your life. Like we're talking about the Stranger Things.
Yeah.
right? Yeah. You will not get enough sleep if you don't prepare time for that. It's they're like serious that are very addictive. It's not, some are okay, you can stop it and go to sleep, but some you just need to know what's coming next. And this is a one like that. It's very bad. There is moment somewhere in the middle when it goes a little bit down, but if you wait long enough, then it goes the same. So you can't stop. You need to know, and you feel it, and you're
Can't
like,
stop. Won't stop.
what? I'm gonna. There was series It was Leonardo's Demons or Da Vinci's Demons. I'm not sure. They actually never finished it. They stopped it at some point. I think, I don't know how many seasons, but something happened, scandal or whatever. I don't know. But this was so addictive. I wasn't sleeping. I was watching the whole night. Then I was preparing myself for work the last second, and I was going to work. No sleep, just because of that. So I'm very careful now what I watch. If somebody says recommends me a series that really awesome, I don't start it right away. I look how can I do that right now without dying or risking my job or whatever. And then some of them are, or maybe I'm that person. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that person that just, I like movies. I love movies. I was watching. I don't know if you're familiar with the IMDb library. Probably.
To a certain extent.
Yeah, they have 250 best movies. Those are rated by viewers, right? And
Mhm.
I watched the first 100. I was just going through the list like that. Then I
Okay.
started
Okay.
picking an actor. Then I watched everything from his career, from the first movie, right? Then the next one. I love movies, and maybe that's the problem. I'm hooked. If there is a person that plays a lot, because in Stranger Things, the Millie Bobby Brown, she's like 12 there or something. Dude, the level of acting there, how she plays, this crazy. It's unbelievable. That's a kid, and I can put her next to, I don't know, Al Pacino, right? It's the
Dang. Okay.
she's really getting into the character like nothing that I've seen. Kid, a kid, 12-year-old kid, crazy, really, really good. I mean, she's grown up now. She plays in movies, and she's really good still. But I think she lost a little bit on the way. She has more of on her plate right now. I understand that. Back then, she was just a kid. That's all you have to think about, right? There's no business side of it or whatever. She
Yeah.
was
At that point, you
crazy
have to think
good.
about more than
Yeah,
just like immersing yourself in the world.
yeah, crazy good, unbelievably good. That's a crazy acting. It's just she was really that person. That's it. She wasn't an actor. She was really that person, which is pretty dangerous. We all saw what happened with Heath Ledger years ago when he really got into the character,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, but really good. You should watch it. You should definitely watch that one. But
No, yeah, it
ma-
definitely seems my kind of thing, but
make yourself some free time before you start. Alright, what pulled you to Minecraft? How did that start? Because you play other games on your other channel. I saw some of the stuff. It's not a lot there, but you play
no.
some other stuff there. Why Minecraft? How did that happen?
So
There are always
okay.
great stories about that, by the way. This question always picks awesome stories.
I mean, I have watched quite a number of the episodes, and the first impression is always like, why would I do this when I could
Mhm.
just do this on something else?
Well, yeah.
And for me, I like, and keep in mind, I was like when I was first introduced into Minecraft, I think I was like in my last stretch of like elementary school,
Okay.
which is like like basically until you're the age of 10. Um, and I believe it was my best friend who I had been friends with like since the third grade. Um, and also the basketball team that I was on at that point was really like hyping this game up, and it's just like at the time I was really into Legos. Not so much now these days. The thing is the Legos just got really expensive, so I couldn't really
True.
continue on that. So I guess I picked a good time to get into it. Um get into Minecraft at least. But I at first I thought, well, why would I play this block game when I can just play with my Lego?
Yeah, it's not that different. Yeah, I grew up with Lego. It was great.
Yeah, Lego's great. Just unfortunately really expensive
Now
nowadays.
it's really
Uh,
expensive. Yeah.
um, but eventually, I think um, I was my friend and I were just kind of hanging out, but we couldn't be left by our lonesome because we were still kids. But his mom really needed to do some sort of errand with her car. I think she needed to get it fixed up or something along those lines. So we were at this little like automotive repair shop for a while,
Nice.
and my friend was still like really trying to get me into Minecraft so that we could
Oh,
play together. And he played on Pocket Edition,
okay.
so he gave me his phone. I kind of messed around in creative for a little bit. I think all I did was um like find the side of a mountain, dig into it, make a little hidey hole, and somehow I got hooked into Minecraft from doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we are still looking for. That feeling from the beginning. I talked with somebody about like I want to start new world because I want this. I want this feeling from the hidey hole, and I never get it again. It's just it's not the same. It's not because I know I can get like fully geared and everything for 4 hours if I want to, right? If I'm really determined, and that kills it.
Yeah.
But that's what hooked. Yeah, the hidey hole.
I like I actually do have an interesting story on that front of like the trying to rediscover the first moments of Minecraft again kind of pipeline.
Okay.
But eventually I just kind of hopped from creative to doing a lot of mini games, whether it was on like the MC Gamer Network. It was just known as MCSG at the time, where it was just a bunch of survival games or parkour. I'm probably considered like very mediocre in both of those aspects now. So I'm
Okay.
quote unquote washed. But back in the day, I would have considered like back in around like the 1.6 era, I
That
would
was
have
a long time
considered
ago.
myself. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Um, I would have considered myself actually pretty above average at the time. I would watch a bunch of like Ant Venom videos, watch all of his tips and tricks on that. Like Paul Soares Jr., Captain
Yeah.
Sparkles.
That's the Godfather. The
Yeah,
Paul
yeah.
Suarez Jr. That's how I started. That's
I would
what.
say like the first person I would say is like, well, actually no, was Paul Soares Jr. or X Adventures in Minecraft first? I actually don't know.
Never heard that one.
B-
Yeah.
Um, I'd have to actually take a look at that, but X Adventures in Minecraft was also a very early Minecraft YouTuber.
Nice.
Um, but I played almost exclusively like parkour racing games and the Hunger Games. But at some point, it was like for a long time. It was like from or a decently long time. It was from like 2013 to 2014 all the way to maybe like 2017. That's
Wow.
kind of what
Okay.
I played. Um and eventually you kind of hit that point with those game modes because I did mention earlier that I was kind of into game design, and this,
Yeah.
ironically, was when that cropped up because I was so well, affiliated with how the game ran, I started noticing some game design flaws, particularly with Minecraft survival games,
Okay.
and, now there was a lot of discourse around it at the time, there were a lot of glitches, a lot of technical faults, um, as well. That server started to kind of be neglected,
Mm.
but, a lot of people from my perspective at the time, I was very outspoken. Um, I at the time, I felt like people kinda only looked at the surface level. Yes, the technical problems were an issue, but, there were a bunch of other underlying core problems as well. There were no new maps coming out, like, you there was, th there was this one map, it was either, like, Par 72 or Par 75, I think it was Par 72, um,
You're
played
talking
over
stuff that I
and
don't
over.
understand. Uh,
This sorry. So Par 72, very, very popular, Minecraft Hunger Games map,
okay.
that, like, a lot of, servers would utilize. In fact, you probably would've seen it, if you watched, Minecraft Monday, you probably would've seen that at some point. Um, but it was so overplayed. It's a good map, but it was so overplayed that I and a lot of other people just kinda got sick of it. The
Yeah.
problem there, was that there weren't a whole lot of new maps to kinda keep that pipeline going, and that was, like, a combination of, like, the community and also, like, the lack of new maps, just kind of a whole mess. I'm not gonna I could probably go on for, like, 30 minutes with all my
Mhm.
problems with the MC Gamer Network. Point being, that's kind of where I got my start in game design because I started to recognize that all these different game elements interact with each other, and in the case of survival games, they kind of mesh together to make this perfectly horrible problem.
Okay.
And after that, I started just kind of messing around with the different mini games in general until I kind of just kind of burned out for a while, and I just kinda and this was, when I stopped kinda doing YouTube as well, for a bit,
Mm.
uh, and eventually, I met someone on Hypixel, um, Perpetual, which
Okay.
you might have seen, um,
Yeah.
and we just kinda started doing some casual, like, either we would either just, like, create a mini game in creative, or we would, just do something in survival. I'm getting a spam call.
You can get dark. We're not live. If you need a break or something, just do that. That's absolutely fine.
It was, like, literally like, my phone literally says "potential spam," and it's just like
Oh,
that it's always spam.
like really a spam call. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Um, but eventually, one thing led to another, and, the CAFLA SMP, kinda started. This was, like, I think right as 2020 started, like, January 1st.
hmm
Um,
Just the COVID times.
and, Perpetual and I were also really into storytelling. So, I'm not gonna get, like, too bogged down in the details because this explanation is already long enough, but we kinda, like, tried doing a story, but we kinda, either got bogged down in the details or our ambitions were just a little too big.
Still unexperienced for that, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have it was a very good learning experience.
Yeah. Surely.
But, eventually, I kinda stopped playing CAFLA because, there weren't a whole lot of other people playing, and it was just kinda me on the server, which there is a difference between being alone on a server and just playing a single player world, and it's just the worst. um,
Um, I mean, it says it's charm, but once you play with other people, it's pretty boring to play on single player. Probably, I don't know.
because at least with me in single player, I can look at the entire world and at least have a satisfaction of being like, okay, I did all of this. Oh, hey, there's
True.
that one thing that I need to work on over there. Let me go over to that. There's this whole other thing. I'll work on that. It's like tending to a garden or something like that. It's like this slow process where you're slowly building everything up.
Yeah, you could do that on
But
an SMP,
yeah, you could,
but it will
but
reset.
like you're kind of constantly surrounded by buildings that haven't been touched in like 6 months, and you just kind of constantly get depressed that no one's
You
there
mean your
anymore.
buildings or the other people? Yeah, that's the worst. That's really the biggest problem for us trying to build something new that's active. That's the I don't know if you know like about me from before we know each other. We tried. I tried a lot, and so somehow people are there, but they're losing something after the beginning. But the mishmash, I'm not commenting on that because everybody wanted so many mods that it was impossible to update like quick enough. So everybody actually vanished to play the new update, right? Because we couldn't,
Yeah.
because we had over 100 mods there. So absolutely impossible to do that. But with Nomadcraft, it was working pretty good at the beginning. Like, but that's always the problem. Even now in Foolish Craft, people are still active. No, it's not like before, but there is still a difference between now and the first month after the launch. So this will always be a thing as long as we are like not professionals, I guess.
Yeah,
Right?
to a certain degree.
Yeah. Look at igniters. You know about igniters, right? Um,
I do a little bit.
they are active, but they have rules. You need to produce. I mean, their rules, like they loosen it up a little bit lately. But in the beginning was really you need to produce that, and that per week, or you're out. Now you can stream once a week for like they made it like 45 minutes, right? It's awesome like that, or one video or something. It's a little bit better. It's more doable, not people not to burn out, but they are active there. They're every week. Everyone's there. They do stuff. So if you are gonna do that for content, not only for yourself, or if you want to, you need to join server like that. Think is my dream was always to make a server that will allow everybody to play their game as they want to, as they would even in single player, but together, right? So you have the
Yeah.
freedom to play exactly how you would do your series, like your let's play series. You can do the same thing, but there are also other people, which makes it more alive. It didn't work. It didn't work because there were no rules. There was like, here's the platform. It's free for you. I'm doing all the work. I'm doing it. Use it. But it didn't work. I still don't know why, to be honest. I don't know why. No idea. There was no pressure. There was nothing. It just didn't work. But I'm happy. I'm still happy
There's a
that
lot of
yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of circumstantial stuff that goes into server management,
Um,
and I have to applaud anybody who's at least tried, because it is a lot to think about, not only from a technical standpoint,
mm.
but also a social standpoint,
Yep.
because like it or not, if you're the owner of a server, more likely than not, you are kind of the everybody's glue to a certain extent.
That's true.
And that's something that I'm not sure if I've told that to Ori specifically. I feel like I should have at this point, but that's something I don't think she really gives herself enough credit on.
No, she is
Um,
like that. Yeah, I mean, she does so much, and if you tell her, "Nah, no, it's not me," she is like that.
yeah, yeah. Uh, and she's absolutely gonna give me some sass later for bringing that up, but we do it out of love.
Yeah, absolutely. Or is awesome, mate. It's just there is a even if we don't talk now as much as often as we used to before, there's a connection that will like never die. I guess even if we don't talk with each other like for years, this this will
Yeah,
never die. I swear it will never die. Maybe it will die for her. I don't know. I'm telling you from my perspective. It will never die. I will always be like, how's she doing? What's going on? I don't care if she's making videos or not, or she found another hobby or met real life, whatever. I don't know. But I will always be interested in what's going on there. Is she okay? She's awesome.
yeah, absolutely.
She is.
Like probably probably like one of the sweetest people I've met.
Yeah, right. And that voice. The voice.
Yeah.
By the way, the voice. You're the second sloth that I know. Ori knows him too.
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
it's
Here we
just
go with this
he's
conversation.
VanTheSloth and you're VanTheSloth, and your accent, both of you have the same accent. I think he's actually coming from somewhere your region also. Same, yeah. So strange. I need to ask him how he did where his name came from. This would be interesting. If it's the same story, oh, you two will be very suspicious. I'm telling you.
I I so, the thing is, like on that first month on the server, that was like we were both constantly teased about that. Like people would call me Zen and call Zen me at
Oh, yeah, it's
times.
confusing. It's confusing.
Like I think it was especially Beardo who would get confused on that at times because you're an Australian, all you hear is two American accents, right?
Same
So
accent. The same
it's
region.
not the
It's the
same.
same accent. Your voices are very, very close to each other.
Oh,
It
bother.
is.
Like this is the argument that I always run into. Our voices are not the same.
No,
Maybe somewhat similar, maybe a somewhat similar tone, but we have we have fairly different cadences.
no, not completely the same, but I'm giving you both 90%. Like, it's it is crazy. Crazy. Yeah. But you know Zen, from what I
I do
understand.
know Zen.
Yeah.
I knew him for like about a month before he kind of had to drop off the
Mm,
face of the earth.
yeah, right.
Really, really, really cool guy. Really chill.
Awesome. He's chill, he's smart, he's
No, yeah, absolutely.
disciplined, and he's maybe that was the problem with he's kind of a perfectionist. He's trying to do everything, and that burns you out. Maybe that was one of the reasons why he disappeared. But that dude was born to make content, I swear. I swear, if he continued those years, he will be somewhere up there long time ago. He was born to do that. And you're lucky you have the same voice. Use it.
I have always been told that I had like, especially I think when I was in my sophomore year of high school, um like my voice has like matured a little bit. It sounds a little more full
But not enough.
than it did back then. Um
Sorry.
But
Mm.
it's fairly similar to how it was back then. And I think I was told by my substitute math teacher or something, and said that you have quite a bit of a radio voice. I'm like, what the heck is a
Yeah,
radio
yeah,
voice?
that's the thing. Actually, that's the perfect term for that. Yeah. Listen,
Because
I'm gonna edit that voice also with a little bit of podcasty tone. You'll love it. I'm sure this will be great. This will be great just to listen. Yeah. Oh yeah, babe.
uh, I was actually very tempted to start the episode off by just like reading. Like I wasn't able to memorize it in time because this weekend was very busy.
Mm.
But I was very tempted to start off the podcast by just reading out the intro that you usually have for the show.
Oh, this will be great. Do that. I'm gonna post it with it. Do that.
I have to like write myself up a script later, just like referencing off of it.
Yeah.
But I like when it comes to voice acting, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I'm not as bad as I used to do when I did voice work, but I do want to get it, fairly down. I'll send you an audio file later.
If you do that, I'm gonna use it in every podcast. I'm gonna throw the old one away. If you do that, if it's that good, I'm using it.
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
using it. You get no money.
I
from
don't
me
know
for
if it's
that.
gonna be that good, but we'll see. We'll see.
That was
But
AI for the thing. Yeah.
I that combined with the fact that I used to do some scripted YouTube bits. So I've also had a decent amount of experience narrating. I've also done a very, very small amount of like amateur voice acting as well. So I've
Okay.
been able to practice enunciating myself to a certain degree. Now, sometimes that suffers a bit if I'm not on a script. Sometimes I'll slur my words whenever I'm doing like a gameplay video, and that's actually one of the reasons why I started doing the style that I do now, to kind of practice that. But I'd like to think I'm a little better.
Ask me, because this is not even my language, and I make so many mistakes. The stupid part is, if you want me to tell you something about the grammar and stuff like that, like theories, I know it all. I know it all. I helped my cousin, and then I don't know how many kids to get good grades and everything, because I know it all. I can explain you everything in English. Why? Because I started learning English when I was 4, right? Then I went through I don't know
Wow,
how
okay.
many courses and stuff like that, but a long time I wasn't using it. Now I'm pretty, even in my language, in Bulgarian, right? I am speaking very quick, very quick. And when I try to do that in English, there's just, I miss some words. They're not there. I'm just skipping words, right? Or messing
Yeah.
the one that I notice more often is giving the verb past tense after I said did, right? And stuff like that, because it's
Mhm.
just, it's I know how's right, but I'm not. At some point, I was like, you know what? Everybody knows that's not my language. You can hear it, so I don't care. Just have fun. Just get it out of there and then continue. Last episode, Foolish Craft, I was like, we did pretty much today. There was a word missing.
We did pretty much today.
There is a word
my
missing.
my life story.
Yeah, we did pretty much today. That's it. There's a word missing. I left it. I left like that. I didn't even write a like a comment or something. I just left it like that. That's it. I can't be bothered. Here and there.
That could go on a shirt. I did pretty much today, and that's enough.
Yeah. It hurts my ears when I hear it, right? It's because something's wrong. It's not right. I just left it there. Even my girlfriend, she noticed that, because she's watching my videos, like help me editing and stuff like that. She was like, shouldn't be a word there, so like a lot or something? Yeah, just skip it. Skip it. We don't talk about it. I'm not doing that again. Skip it. Yeah, no, I'm not
That's
going crazy
awesome.
like that. It works though. I'm having fun now again. Hey, beauties. Hold tight, the show continues right after this. But while you wait, why not hop into Count's Discord? Join the community, chat, play, and be part of the fun. The link's in the description. I'll see you there. Alright. You're playing like Nations and Nobles. It's pretty much like lore orientated server.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you were like trying to do that even before. Are you like willing to play like probably normal SMP, no lore, or you're really enjoying that part of the Minecraft content creation? I
For
don't know if you
me,
understand. That was
that
such a messy question, but I think
no,
you got the idea.
I understood you.
Okay.
I the thing is, and from what I've been able to understand, this is a bit of a what's the word? It's a unorthodox approach, but I have a very hard time separating um and not like I've heard this described before, but in the other way around, I have a hard time um like disconnecting content from just having fun. Because to me, having fun is the content. If I record something and it happens to be cool, I'll probably post it on the Vanderin channel or something along those lines. And
Okay.
I've done a lot of role play like ever since I was a small kid. Um like I think I did like a whole tournament arc for literally all of my toys.
Okay.
I, and that it was quite a number of toys. But getting back to the question, um, I honestly could do either. Funny story, I was actually averse to doing another lore SMP after Kafla. Because the scale got big and I just kind of got demotivated. I just kind of associated um bad experiences with that.
Hmm.
But when Ori invited me through through Twitter of all
Okay.
things, um though to be fair, that was the only proper way to contact me. I don't know if I am saying for some reason. Um I was like, well, Ori does seem pretty cool, and I I I mean, if I don't like invest too much into this personally, I just I just like don't think about it too hard, then yeah, sure, it'll be worth it. I don't invest too much into it. You could probably tell from the I think I spent uh, what was it like 1,500 hours on Asians and Nobles in 1 year. So
What?
that plan failed. That plan failed horrifically.
That didn't work
But
like
I'm
as planned. No. Uh-uh.
no, no.
No. No. That's
But
another hold my beer
I'm still glad I
moment.
did.
Yeah.
But I'm still absolutely glad that I did. But yeah, if it's lore or not lore, I don't particularly care. Obviously, I'll kind of do things a little bit differently.
Mhm.
Like maybe my builds might be a little more random. There would probably be more mini games in the mix.
Nice.
But other than that, I not much would really change for my experience.
Okay. How's Nations and Nobles like going right now? Because we all know like Ori is on a on a break. We'll see how long. You guys still kind of trying to push into stuff? Or is
I'm not.
like a difficult time right now?
It is a bit of a difficult time right now.
Mm.
And I there is a point where you should try not to like get too much into the details about it with the
Mm,
public, but I do try
yeah.
to maintain a decent amount of honesty. But yeah, it's kind of a combination of, fatigue, like general fatigue, and also um just scheduling conflicts. That's kind of the big part of it because we had people from the USA, Europe,
Difficult, yeah.
the United Kingdom,
Mm,
and we all had lives, and this past year had been difficult for quite a number of us. Ori with her technical issues, that's already been made public. And quite a number of other things as well. It happens. I've just kind
sure.
of accepted that, and you power through it. And I just kind of slowly learn to start treating it like single player whenever there aren't a whole lot of people online. I've kind of learned to grow into that.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing it like too much on the server at this moment, but that's mostly because I was moving
Yeah, it's
and
difficult
trying
then.
to
Yeah, yeah.
refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty difficult when your setup consists of like a monitor that's like 10 years old, and you're like doing basic functions, just like trying to file like different housing stuff on a carpet without a desk.
It is difficult. I
The
mean, I've
ultimate
moved.
gamer setup.
Yeah, I've moved. Okay, now I have a cool setup. Wasn't always like that, but I
No,
mean,
yeah, I see the
just what it is.
custom like neon sign in the background. That's sick.
That's a gift for my birthday, I think, for my girlfriend. Pretty cool. I forgot. I always turned down the light a little bit so one can read it like much easier. But I think it's fine. Usually, I also have the background blur. Like, oops, I just activated it. No, oh, I can't change it while using. All right, never mind. I have a little bit of blur usually, but I decided not to use that because it's fine. I have the creeper here. I think Pixelriff has the same one. I just found it in a shop when we were buying stuff for home. I don't know, but
It's
no,
fun.
I mean the monitor and my desk and everything, and it's exactly how I always wanted it. And dude, there are cables here. Like there are so many cables. There is so much stuff going on that you can't really see. I actually made a hole on the wall for my mic. There is a hole, so I can put the boom arm in the wall because I want everything
Nice.
exactly. I mean, it's coming out of the wall. That's it. Yeah, I'll never get it.
I mean, what works,
Okay.
works.
Yeah, well, I'm creative. I'm creative. So when I have to move down, which will have to happen like after a couple of days, because
Uh,
I'm changing the floor. So when I have to move
gotcha.
there, it's a mess. I can't just sit on the floor and do that because even the monitor, I don't know where the feet are. There's like it's if I removed it now, that's it. Until I build it again, the whole thing I can't use it. That's it. Even I have an old tablet and it's like I have nothing on my desktop. I open my programs from there. Just click on that. If I wanna Discord, I click there, and Discord opens in the. It's crazy. I love it. I put so much effort on it, but it's a pain if I wanna move it or there is some issue with it. Then it's gone. It's done. Done. Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe I
yeah.
need to buy a laptop or something. Just for such cases. I have one laptop where we go when we go on holiday, we go to the same place every time. So there is a laptop there with a whole small setup that I can still do stuff if I want to. Maybe I need to do something to get something like that here, just to be sure that if I have to change the floor, right, I'll be able to actually at least edit. At least edit. Like this
Yeah.
podcast, I have another recording tomorrow because I'm also going on holiday after a week. So I need to. Could they not really edit? Podcast is pretty easy, but you have to watch it from the beginning to the end to put some stuff on it, like
Yeah.
Discord ad and intro and this and that, and get the break, because we always make a break, stuff like that. You need to watch it. Maybe I picked my nose, Maybe I did. It just can't stay there. Well, by moving, I get you. Yeah. So it's pretty normal. Well, I wanted to ask you something. I don't know. I talked too much.
Yeah, we got horribly off track.
Ah!
I apologize. I
That
have a
was
tendency
me.
to just kind of
That was
ramble.
absolutely me.
Your host, yes, you guessed it, The Count. Nope. Each week, we'll chat with creators, share tips, and oh, wow, okay. Whew. Whether you're looking for advice,